keep it real with me. You think you can't move on from her. You think you still got feelings. You think you still like her, right? Like it's love. But you're still stuck on her. The truth is, you just like what she gave you. The biggest misconception, especially when you're trying to get over her, is that you don't miss her, man. You don't miss her at all. What you miss is the consistency. The attention she gave, the text, it's basically being wanted, all right? Let's keep it real. See, the truth is, now that it's gone, you don't know how to act. You don't know how to replace it. Which is why you need to get your ass in here. Get your ass in here right now. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to hit the bag, get to the gym, go on a run. Start doing activities that get your mind off her, right? Because the easiest way to break off habits, the easiest way to remove things from your mind is clarity, which equivalates to treating yourself with respect, treating yourself with the type of love that you deserve, which is putting your body, because your body's your temple. Your body's your temple, baby, I'm telling you. If you haven't been working out, it's time to work out. It's time. And you'll slowly realize, right? And it doesn't have to just do with your body. It has to do with your mentality, how you think of yourself. When you are consistently now, when your focus is, because let's be real, when you're in a relationship, you can't just worry about yourself. You got to worry about her as well. So now that your focus has shifted to entirely to, right, your purpose, your mission, now you're trying to better your health, you're trying to better your body. And if you are someone that you've already been healthy, this is a good time for you to explore new things. This is a good time for you to try out things that challenge you, right? That opens up your awareness. There's many different things you can do. I would suggest is, traveling, right? Go and travel alone. Don't go with somebody, go alone. Do it, make yourself meet new people. If you have friends, that's what friends are for, right? Hang out with your friends, go do things that, gets your mind on ease. The more you're overthinking, the more you think that you need her, is the more that you'll be dependent on her. I can tell you from my life, I haven't had that feeling for a long time. And it's because I used to be very, how do I put it? I used to catch feelings hard, right? So what I did was, whenever I got into a new relationship, I stopped. Let me take my earphones off, you guys, just in case you guys can't hear me. But I stopped investing too much. Whether it went well or it didn't matter. Some girls will say, oh, well, this is the problem, you're not emotionally investing. But I've learned that you cannot trust her decision making, to put it in nice words. So, we've always mentioned that they can just wake up one day and just block you. They can just wake up one day and just, cut things off just for whatever reason. Sometimes they'll be transparent, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll listen to what other people are saying. Sometimes they'll tell you straight up. So the best way you can put yourself in a better position is by not investing too much. That's why I always say you want her to invest into you. You want her to be the one because that's how you retain the relationship. That starts with you being on your purpose. That starts with you not having as much time. You'll slowly realize, if you can think about it in your relationship, it probably led to you being over available. It probably led to you being always there for her when she needed it. Right? It's like you see a friend every day for the past year or two. Eventually you guys gonna go mix it up. You guys gonna, you feel me? Fights are gonna happen, arguments. But when you start seeing him, you start seeing your friends once every 2 months, 3 months? Come on now. You know how it is. It's more, social. It's more healthier. It's more like, yo, what are you trying to do? Like, you guys are trying to just be cool, cordial. It's not like that brotherly love type shit. And let's be honest. Be honest with me. If she was to text you right now, you wouldn't be responding the same way. That goes to show you that this is not love, it's dependency. You built your routine around her. Now you're trying to, do you understand? You're trying to function without it. The thing is, you're not looking for her. You're looking, you might be checking her pages. You might be checking to see what she's up to. The thing is that you want to see if she moved on first. Maybe that'll help you give that clarity. Understand this. If you move completely like it's over, it's a wrap, and don't look back, I promise you 9 times out of 10, somehow, some way, they want to come back, reach out. It's because they are more curious than how curious you think you are, if that makes sense. So if you act nonchalant, if you act like you moved on, right? You might even start posting with friends now, with girls. You're going to see how she reacts. Don't expect her to come back, right? That's not the goal. It's not the objective. The objective is for you to have the right state of mind, to be centered, to not be moving. Because when stuff like this happens in life, that's why I always tell you, life's always a roller coaster, right? You'll be going up one time, and then it goes back down. So you spiraling because you're moving based off her emotion. When it fluctuates, what does that do to you? That does nothing but harm you. Because now you're moving different. Now you're not giving as much effort into your work, right? To your job, to your business, to your workouts. Best thing you can do is get your ass in here. It doesn't have to be a bag too. It doesn't have to be martial arts. If you don't do it, I suggest you do martial arts. You do boxing, or you can even lift, right? But you want to do something that gets you active. You want to spend your time wisely. You want to write down in a journal every second of your day. It might sound excessive, but when you plan your day out like this, when you don't have time for shenanigans, you don't even have time to be wandering your thoughts. You're going to be focused on what you want to do, your objectives. Because you notice quickly, and if you haven't yet, you will realize sooner that life goes by fast. If you plan your day out like every hour, it's going to be hard to even hit certain of those aspects that you're trying to do, because stuff always happens unexpectedly. When you're just coasting through it, when you just don't really care, you have all the time. When you're actually precious with your time, now it becomes difficult to maintain it. So that's going to keep you focused. That's going to keep your mind off it. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you're not really missing her. You're really missing the feeling of it. You know what I mean? Like, of being someone wanting you. You're missing the feeling of being attached. That's why detachment changes everything. When you learn to not really care, when you learn to not really give a fuck, whether she wants to be in it or not, it doesn't affect you. You gotta have that abundance mindset. You gotta have that thought process that, okay, she don't want to be part of it, okay, cool. Don't try to convince her. You'd be crazy. The right people gonna fit into your schedule. The right people gonna understand, you feel me? And breakups happen, right? It could have been your fault, could have been her fault, but the best thing you can do is don't overthink it and just flow. Flow like water. And, you know, that's as simple as the best way. That's honestly the best advice I can give, because when I used to be stuck in these situations, my mind would be all over the place. But what helped me get through it was staying busy, staying active, whether that's sports, whether that's school, whether that's, you understand? Whether that's even hanging out with other girls too. You'll quickly realize you're tripping, right? So understand that you don't even have to rush into another relationship. Just understand that you will find another. Eventually you will. And you will start attracting them if you start carrying yourself with more respect. Basically, don't walk around slouch or like you just broke up. Like, move like you weren't even in a relationship. I'm telling you. All right, guys. So we're about to do a little bit. 3 minutes on, 1 minute rest. Do like probably 5 or 6 of these. I'll catch up with you soon, all right? Come on. So yeah, I guess we just finished the workout. But yeah, like I mentioned, man, you're not, when you check up on her, you're not, what you're really doing is you're trying to catch that feeling again, right? You're not looking for her. You're looking for that feeling again. But every time you check and it's not there, it reminds you that it's gone. That's what guys do, because we want to see if it's legit, if she really moved on. But it's like, once it's definitive, and I've made it clear, once they're gone, they're gone. That's why every time you check, you are reminded that it's gone, which results in you not moving on. Does that make sense? That's what makes it hard to not move on, because you're being stuck in this pattern. Once you completely detach, right? Top link in the description, pin comments if you need to read it. Once you completely detach, right, and you understand that you can only control what you can control, right? You can't force certain things. The more you try to force certain outcomes, the more you will repel it. I guarantee you that. So once you accept it and you understand that what's meant for you will find its way to you, right? As cliche as it might sound, your only objective in life is to control yourself, right? You are the architect of your destiny. You can become an alchemist if you choose to, if you look at life like that. Never put yourself, or never make yourself be dependent on somebody else. Remember what got you to where you're at. Remember what got you to her attraction. Remember the things that you've done on your own. All the hard work, you understand? Like, come on. And it sucks, but sometimes we need to hear this, right? I know I'm not big on motivation and stuff, because I honestly believe discipline is greater than motivation or anything like that. But sometimes it's okay. Sometimes we all need that reminder to keep going, to, don't beat yourself up, to don't overthink it, because it's easy to get trapped in this mindset where you're thinking it's your fault. You're thinking everything you're doing now is resulting in chaos. You're not sure about yourself now. Now it's becoming, you understand? Just know that moving on isn't something you do. It's something you feel. It's basically the decision you make when your mind drifts back. I guarantee you this. It's what you choose instead of checking. Truthfully, healing doesn't happen once you keep going back. That's why I try to, show you guys me at the gym, because when you're at the gym, in that moment, you're not thinking about her. In that moment, you're focused on your objective. In that moment, your mind is clear. There's no way, especially when you're doing an intense workout, especially when you're doing something that, challenges you, right? That's why my very first video was go to the gym every single day, or go train every single day, because when you're focused, when you're in that moment, nothing else matters. You're basically yourself again, because when you're in that moment, when you're focused, you're present, nothing else matters. You're basically yourself again. You'll slowly start to realize that you don't move on by waiting. It never will happen like that. You move on by replacing. New habits, new structure, new focus. I'm telling you. So basically, no distractions, direction. I advise, like I mentioned earlier, is to write a journal every single day, whether it be a gratitude journal, whether it be a daily habits of what you're trying to accomplish within that day, and do that repeatedly. I'm talking about every single hour, right? So try to wake up early, try to do certain things that challenge you. Maybe you work out in the afternoon, try to go early now, try to go super early now. You can rewire you can basically rewire your reality. It starts with doing a complete shift. I promise you, after 1 month, it takes 30 days for something to become a habit. After 1 month, you won't even recognize yourself. And that means not hanging out with certain people that is going to bring her up, that's going to kind of egg it on, that's going to tell you to, hey, try to fix it, this, that. I'm going to be honest with you, these type of people, sometimes they're teasing you, sometimes they just want to have a conversation and it's an easy talking point, or they're actually trying to help you, right? But what actually will help you is moving on, completely detaching, completely just focusing on a new focus. And this is exactly why most guys stay stuck, because they keep revisiting something that's already gone, something that didn't work, something that wasn't aligned. If you've been watching the reaction videos I posted, you already see how they react. You already see how they think. You already see how most people think and why they never really get out of it. Get out of this weird dynamic. Just get out of this weird relationship. And if you want to see more reaction videos, you can check the top link description. I'll be posting more there. So just remember, if you think you can't move on from her, just don't look at it like that. Look at it as you just haven't replaced what was once there. You basically just haven't replaced what she was giving you. It was never really about her, honestly. It was that feeling you got when you were with her. Once you really understand this, then you lose that feeling, right? You won't ever chase, you won't ever contemplate. And it might become scary, dangerous, because you start, you might not never get that feeling again. Especially once you learn to accept it, that this outcome will majority of the time happen. Honestly, this will help you in the long run because it helps you stop chasing that person and allows you to rebuild yourself. Remember, clarity of mind, discipline, emotion. You got this. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one, man. Be sure to like, comment, share this video with somebody who needs to see this. And love y'all, man.